I mean, I'm amazed when I, talk to people that they don't know how the whole immigration process works, what kinds of immigrants, that there are even different kinds, And if you could talk a little bit about, what types of people approach you to seek help with their immigration status.
I mean, the amazing thing with our immigration system is a lot of people that complain about, oh, well, why don't they come here legally, but a lot of people don't realize that for the unskilled worker out there, there's really no appropriate work visa category. Even if an employer wanted to sponsor that person, if it's, your person that's working construction or something, or even somebody that's working as a chef or something, there's no work visa to bring them in. There's no exact match. So even if they wanted to come here legally, they don't have the means to, So usually part of our job is, when employers come to us, a big part of our job is educating them and telling them that, it's nice that you want to try to make things right and actually sponsor this person for a work visa, but there's no visa. I mean, perfect example is in the Asian community, especially a lot of Filipinos own foster homes for caregiver, and there's a lot of Filipinos working as caregivers. Time and time again, we get employers, owners of these foster homes coming to us saying they have the perfect caregiver, they want to sponsor these caregivers, but there's no corresponding work visa. So it's like, how do you fix a system when there's no fix that's available? So, it's easy for a lot of people in the public to say, oh, they're just breaking the law. They come here and they take our jobs away. Why don't they do it legally? Well, there's no way they could do it legally because there's no mechanism for them to do that. So we get a lot of those. Usually when a U.S. citizen finds the love of their life and they want to marry a foreign national, a lot of them don't realize that there's a process involved. It's not like you could just up and marry them and then they become legal in the U.S. I mean, people that marry, we have a lot of clients, that U.S. citizens that married, say, a foreign national that crossed the border illegally. Well, if they just did that after April 2001 and they crossed the border illegally, and they don't fall under a special law that allows them to just pay a fine to immigration, it doesn't matter that they're married to a U.S. citizen. They can't just apply for their green card here. They'd have to go outside and be interviewed at their the U.S. Embassy in their home country. Well, a lot of U.S. citizens don't realize that, and then they're up in arms, and they're the biggest complainers when they talk about our immigration system, because they say how unfair it is, because now they're married to a U.S. citizen, they should just be automatically able to stay here. Well, that's not how our immigration system works, So it's those types of things that usually come up, where a lot of people in the public are just misinformed, and it's just from a lack of understanding of how the immigration laws work. So I think if the public had a little bit more understanding, they would be more sympathetic and less harsh when it comes to judging people that come here looking for a better life.
Yeah.